What's going on, guys? It's Gendo here, and I'd like to welcome you back to another edition of my Pentagon slash Hexagon series. Well, it's the start of a new season here in the A-League, and Melbourne City are going to take on second place from last season, Western Sydney Wanderers, in the opening game of this season. And I'd like to direct your attention to this box right here. It says Team Competitions, and notice that it says we're in the AFC Champions League. Now, I was surprised as much as you are probably right now at the very end of the season that we were qualified into the third qualifying round. How, you may ask? Well, because Gendo here doesn't know how to read and took a look at these rules and thought it was only the top three places get into the Champions League. Upon further inspection, it says that the top three teams qualify for the group stage and one more team gets slotted into the third qualifying round. So therefore, with us taking fourth place, I unknowingly got into the Champions League. So those matches don't start until February. We don't have to worry about those for a while. But I was just in shock when I saw it pop up saying Melbourne City have qualified for the Champions League. Oh, what? Pleasant surprise, mind you. Alright, so now that we got that out of the way, let's take a look at how the season is supposed to break down this year. Take a look at the season preview. Everybody seems pretty even. There isn't one clear winner. Yes, the media predicts us to finish in ninth this season, but just take a look at how close all these betting odds are. You know, Central Coast and Melbourne Victory 4-6, Newcastle, Perth, Wanderers 4-5, four more teams on even odds, and Wellington Phoenix supposed to bring up the rear. It's a very, very stacked group. So the media doesn't know exactly who is going to come out. All they know is they have an idea of who the top five or who may be challenging within the top five. They're not giving us a shout, putting us down here in ninth place, but I'm going to try and prove them wrong this year. Taking a look at the transfers, that's training. Transfers in and out. First, the outs. The only player that we got rid of from last season was Christian Smith as a backup keeper. He just was not going to get the game time that I wanted to, and he wasn't going to develop. He was 26 years old. He pretty much stopped his development, so there really wasn't much to do to keep him on and bring him on because, like I said, Redmayne is my starting keeper, and he just never found a spot, even as a backup. Well, he only got one appearance, and he did fairly decent. Gave up 2 goals. I believe that was in a win. But, yeah, I didn't want to keep him on. So he was gone, and then a lot of other people are just loaned out to our sister clubs, FC Bully and Lions. But then we take a look at some of the ins. Now, all the frees, except for one, are youth prospects. We have Riley Jones coming in from Melbourne Knights. He's 17 years old, striker. Good attacking stats for a 17-year-old. I just want to point that out. 11 dribbling, 16 finishing, and 13 heading. I just need him to work on his pace and maybe find a little bit better vision. He could be a great striker in the future. At 5'5", I'm not expecting him to win many headers, kind of like Leo Messi, but yeah, if he can work on his pace, he could be a decent striker in the long run. Then we take a look at, I'm skipping over him for now, Noel McGough from Port Melbourne. 20-year-old AMC. He needs to work on his technical skills. I wanted him to be more of a setup man, so working on his passing, working on his crossing. His crossing needs a lot of work at a 3. His passing's good, though. Maybe a little work on his technique. Decent mentals. Like I said, he's more for pace. He can get the ball up and down the field and create havoc for the opposing back line. But he's going to be sitting in my youth squad, and maybe I'll loan him out from time to time. And then the third youth I brought in was Sturgeros Theoglu. I gotta say, he's probably a Greek-Australian. I'm not even going to look at that because the name sounds fairly obvious. 18-year-old center back, and yeah, he's got all his stats going towards defense. 15 in marking, a 9 on tackling, and that's only getting faster. The one thing I am concerned about is that his speed and his pace and his agility are all dropping. I need to put him on some sort of training regimen that'll keep working that up. Like I said, his defense is fine. I just need for him to work on getting faster, because what good is a center back if you're slow and you're weak and you're going to get bullied constantly? So yeah, I'm going to put him on speed and try and boost up as much as possible through training. If not, then he's just going to hit the road. Our last free transfer in is a man by the name of Luis Italiano, and he is going to be my new second string goalkeeper. At 29 years old, isn't all that bad, and in the 5 matches that he's played for us, actually 6, fairly good. The one match that I played him in a competitive fixture was in the Australian Cup. Doing good. It was a shutout. 1 clean sheet, 7.2 average. And yeah, if he continues to be on form like that, then I don't see any problems substituting out Redmayne just to give him a rest, because I have confidence in Italiano. Just taking a look at his stats, he's good speed, decent mentals. The one thing that he has an advantage over on Christian Smith is his aerial ability, or his aerial ability and his communication. Not so much shot stopping. I think Christian was a little better in that, but it's good for now. Like I said, it's good for a backup keeper, a lot better than what Christian was, and I have a lot more faith in him. All right, and then we turn to, actually 2 out of these are who we've kept right now. That would be Bai and Massimo Iba. Brian Brand, I brought him in, took a look at his stats, and just didn't want anything to do with him. So we'll take a look at the 2 loanees that I'm actually bringing in. The first one is from Vegalta, from the Japanese league, and his name is Bai Antoniu. Yeah. I want to say that he's Romanian as well. No, he's just straight up Australian. Okay. But with a name like that, I thought he was a little Romanian. He's primarily a defensive mid, but can also play center back and center mid. I'm primarily going to use him as a center back since I'm kind of low on that portion of my squad. But when you take a look at his defense and his speed, I'm pretty sure that he'll be fighting for that first team spot. At 23 years old, just take a look at his speed. 14 acceleration, 12 on pace. Stamina and strength are good as well. Decent mentals. And as far as his stats go, he does favor more of the defensive stats. 11 on marking, 14 on tackling. I think that he's rotation at worst, first team starter at best. So I will try to factor him in as much as possible. And then the other loanee in is a guy by the name of Massimo Iba. He is from F. Marinos, another Japanese league squad, and he is straight up a left winger. He is going to be my primary crosser. If like I said, he's quick pace up the wing, and I do love to primarily play up the wing to try and force defenses wide and then cross the ball in, hopefully to find the head of Mitchell Duke or whoever I play up at striker. Like I said, he's very pacey, 15 acceleration, 13 on pace, 14 on stamina, so he can go for a long time. And then as far as his technical abilities, 12 on crossing, 12 on dribbling, 14 first touch. That's what you want to look for in a winger who can get the ball in, make plays happen. So I'm really glad that I loaned him in, because he also, his first competitive fixture was in the Cup, was able to score a goal and assist on another one, getting himself a 9.3. If he keeps that form up, I can't see why he won't factor into the first team side as well. All right, so we will take a look at one last thing before we get into that. We played 2 rounds of the FFA Cup, the Australian Cup as it were, where in our first round we took on Wellington Phoenix, where we absolutely struggled to get anything going. In fact, our only goal in the first 90 minutes of regulation was from an own goal at the very end of the first half. And we were just trying to hang on until at the very end of the second half, Wellington Phoenix equalized right there in the 89th minute. However, both teams were absolutely gassed by the time extra time started that our 2 players, Steve Ruiz and, I'm not going to pronounce your first name, Salievsky, were able to score in the first half of extra time to essentially put the game away. Both Ruiz, I want to say, is a youth player, and Salievsky is also a youth player. Yeah. So both of my youth players getting in on the act against Wellington Phoenix, who I hope to factor in sometime, if not this season, next season. Because if you took a look at Salievsky, he's a decent striker in his own right. Do want to try and bring him on, maybe get rid of a couple of my loanies or get rid of like Ken Palmer. If he's going to continue playing badly, I might as well give this guy a shout and see what'll happen. After that, we then took on Melbourne Knights, who just 2 matches earlier we played in a friendly, and we smashed them 4-0, as was to be expected for a A-League side going against a non-league side. Mitchell Duke, Duganjic, Chapman, and the new guy, Massimo Iba, coming in getting all goals. And most of the goals, actually, if you took a look, it was 1-0 after halftime, and then completely taking apart Melbourne Knights defense in the second half. 24 shots, 12 on target, roughly even possession, but this is the main stat I'm looking for. If you remember, this is always what I'm looking at. And now going into the quarterfinals, we have picked up another easy draw going against Sterling Lions, who are also a non-league side. We're going to be playing away, but I feel we have a great chance to move on to the semifinals. The board doesn't rate this cup, and as I've said in the past, I don't rate it either, because cups don't get you into the Champions League. It's how well you do in league play. I was going to say, Sterling Lions, that's who we're facing. The other teams that are left in the cup, Central Coast, Newcastle United Jets, Wanderers FC, and then 3 other non-league sides, Sydney Olympic, Brisbane City, and Blacktown City. So if we advance from Sterling, we're going to get one of those 6 teams. But we're not concerned about the cup right now. We are concerned about how we are going to start off the new season of the A-League. And like I said, we're going against Western Sydney Wanderers, who were extremely dominant last season, coming in second and only losing to Central Coast in the grand final playoffs. They're going to be playing a 4-5-1 today, and with this formation that we have, we're going to be running our standard 4-4-2. Andrew Redmayne's going to get the start in goal. Our back 4 is going to consist of Josh Murray, Connor Chapman, Adam Harding, and Ben Garuccio. Our mid 4 is going to consist of Mate Duganjic, Eric Pardalu, Stefan Mauck, and Nikita. Our top 2 strikers, Mitchell Duke, of course, and Jared Lewis. I should also point out that we did loan back in all 4 of our loanies from last season. So Murray's there, Lewis is there, Marquinhos is on the bench, and Mark Granger. Mark Granger is actually going to come in for Josh Somerville on the bench since he has better conditioning. So with that in mind, let's get this started now, shall we? Now, I know the papers are going to say that we're probably going to lose. Oh, actually, first game of the season, papers have it set to be a draw, and the betting odds say that we're supposed to get a win. Okay, that's always good to see. Get the confidence up. We want to win every match. Maybe it's because they're playing a little defensive, or maybe it's because of the players that they have going on. But games aren't played on paper, and things can go really badly. Tell them, show me what you can do, because it is the first game of the season. I am giving a couple of new people starts and or bench time. So with that in mind, let's kick off. First match of the 2020-2021 season, and it's a little bit of a kick clash. Melbourne City in their red and white striped home jerseys, and already Jared Lewis picking up a knock. That's not good to see. Wanderers in their blood red and black away kits. I don't know if that's their home kit, but I don't know why you'd pick that when your opponent is also wearing predominantly red. Or at the same time, I'm surprised that we didn't go with our actual primary of white and sky blue, which is the primary color of Man City and New York City, who are our parents. And look at that. Jared Lewis, who got injured 15 seconds into the match, scores the first goal 2 minutes into the match, and right there almost made it 2, but unfortunately skied it right over the bar. So right off the bat, we are coming in with an attacking presence. 3 chances within the first 10 minutes, and we're still going. Good header. Off the bar. Oh, come on. That should have been 2. Another chance we had already. Oh, geez. Harsh foul. Already 15 minutes in. 7 shots, 2 on target. We're just taking it. There we go. Second shot. Second goal. Adam Harding. 2-0 Melbourne City, and we're off to a flying start. You know, so all this pressure we're putting on Western Sydney, it's like they're not expecting it. They're completely outmatched in this first 20 minutes. And here we come again with another attacking chance. Chapman to Harding. Was Lewis onside? He was, but unfortunately shot it right into a defender as Western Sydney just walk it right out. So it's a throw in deep in their attacking zone. Partaloo to Duke to Lewis, who wins us a corner. Already, like I said, 10 shots. I'm loving this right now. I'm absolutely loving how big our attacking strategy is going. And that was a long shot from Nikita. It wasn't ever going to get in net, but it was a good chance nonetheless. All right, 27 minutes gone off a goal kick. Can we keep possession of that? No. Western Sydney grabbing hold of that as they're trying to recover from those 2 quick goals we put on them. Love to continue that. If we can keep putting pressure on their back line, it'll force them to play going backwards. And here we come again. Duke to Lewis. Can he get a second? Oh, he was offside anyway. It wasn't a bad chance. The keeper deflected that, but I didn't see him offside. 30 minutes almost past now as here we come with another attack. Just playing it around the back, trying to play it up the wing. Garuccio to Nikita. Nikita crossing in to Duke. Was Duke onside? No, of course he wasn't. He looked a little suspicious anyway, so. And here come Melbourne City with another attack. Couldn't thread the ball there. Uh-oh. Melbourne City with a great chance. Off the bar! Clear it! There you go. Ooh, man, oh man. Yeah, keep Jared Lewis on. He's doing wonders for us right now. Western Sydney trying to recover off of a corner kick. They're trying to build pressure of their own, but we dispossess. Duganjic ahead to Lewis. Can Lewis find anybody in the center? Pass it. I'd say pass it back. Oh, foul by Wanderers deep in our zone. Good free kick area. Oh, heads it wide. Could not get a solid flick of it. As we still hold on to our lead. The first half is just nearing its end. As we get another deep kick into their zone, trying to play up the wing. Can we get a third before halftime? Good goal. Good crossing from Garuccio. Mitchell Duke just flicks his head on it, goes far post. Keeper could not catch that, and it's 3-0 Melbourne City over Western Sydney Wanderers right now, and I would have liked to see this at the end of last season. Hell, we couldn't beat Western Sydney Wanderers to save our life. In all 3 matches, we lost all 3. So this is very refreshing to see right here. I'm not going to tell them anything. Well, maybe I'll tell them exactly how pleased we are. Tell them to keep it going. And, I'm not going to change anything since we're doing fairly well. I'm going to keep Jared Lewis out there. I do have Ken Palmer on the bench, but I don't want to change anything up right now. If we concede a goal, then I'll take him out. All right, and on the restart, Western Sydney will start off with the ball. Let's see if they make anything happen with it. They could. Yeah, he was onside, so it was a smart move by the defender getting rid of that ball. They get a cross in. It's cleared away, not well enough. Western Sydney now starting to get some attacking chances as they're trying to play through the center of our zone. There's another Sporanovic on the field. Avila, good save by Redmayne. Conceding a corner, that's okay. It's not bad. You just need to find some defense on this corner as Redmayne picking that corner up easily. Another highlight for Western Sydney is once again they're trying to find some play through the middle of the park. Should probably tell these guys to tighten up a bit. Hold on, let's clear this out. Oh, was he onside? He was onside, wasn't he? Yep. All right, we'll do that. We will tell everyone to play more control, slow everything down, And we will take off Jared Lewis for Ken Palmer. All right. Didn't like seeing that goal conceded, but, you know, it's only one. I'll be worried. I'll be more worried when I see 2 goals go in. And only 52 minutes gone. We got ourselves a deep throw in. Partaloo. Ball is still in their zone. Partaloo picks it back up. Who's he going to pick out? Murray. Out to Nikita on the wing. Can he get a cross in? He does. To Palmer. Unfortunately, nobody's there. Duganjic. Keeping it in the box. Trying to keep it in the box. Western Sydney have it back. Putting pressure on them. As they're forced to clear it away deep. Oh, and one of their players picks it up. Avila. As Western Sydney are going to hit us on a counter. Hopefully not. Hopefully we can find some defense. And they hit it just wide. 60 minutes almost gone. I'll tell these guys to concentrate. We may be winning, but Western Sydney can strike at any time, and this was why I was so worried about how they were slated. How is he not offside? Oh my God. Okay. Western Sydney on the attack once again. Come on. Higher tempo, push higher up. I'm guessing that us slowing down in the second half is playing right into their advantage, as it's been all one way. It's been all left, right to left. Avila onside again. Oh my God! Are you fucking serious? 3-all, and that was in the space of what, 5 minutes? So I can't tell my guys anything different. Can only tell one guy to demand more from him. Oh, this has just gone to shambles. Mock to Dale. Duke. Why did I say Dale? Is that off the crossbar? No, it was a corner. It did go off the keeper. How did this all go wrong? We were up 3-0 at halftime, and we concede 3 goals in the space of like 7 minutes. Aggressively tell these guys, demand more from you. If we lose this 4-3, I'm just going to go crazy. I'm just going to go absolutely mental. There's no reason, absolutely none, that after that 3-0 start, that we give up 3 goals. I'm going to make some subs. Granger's going to come on for Chapman. And Nikita's been doing well. I'm going to bring on Mui for Duganjic. Duganjic has been playing crap. Alright, I'll tell everyone to push forward. Well, the 3 people that I can. Push forward and see if we can get 1 goal. Let's see if we can get anything out of this in the last 12 minutes. Deep throw in from Western Sydney as we try to... Oh, watch those tackles. Get the ball forward. Unfortunately, Western Sydney get it right back. As they've shown tremendous pressure and tremendous concentration in the second half, just like we did in the first. So it's absolutely sucks to see that turn on us. So we get a corner late in time. Oh, and he whiffs. Palmer absolutely whiffed on that. The ball forward doesn't find anyone, as now Avila, nobody's back there. Just trying to find some space. Trying to find a corner for Western Sydney. As they're trying to do anything, do something to try and get this win. Well, we're on the defensive now. They get a corner. Comes right back to Western Sydney. They're still pressuring. Still in the middle. Still going after it. Come on, boys. Aggressively push higher up. Push forward in these last 3 minutes. See if we can't get anything. 3 minutes of stoppage time. Can we hold on to the ball long enough that we can actually try and shoot for a goal? Because we've had only 4 shots on target. Partaloo to Mui on the right. Can he get across in? He does. Can he find somebody? Oh, he does! It bounced off of Duke. Oh, that was absolutely that was an absolute catastrophic clearance. by Western Sydney as the defender kicked it right off of Mitchell Duke. Oh, and Western Sydney aren't happy about that, as here they come with 30 seconds to go. Oh, and they equalize with 30 seconds to go. Oh, he was offside. Oh, absolutely shambolic defense by our part, right off the restart. As we should never have given up that 3-goal lead to begin with. When Western Sydney Wanderers comes back with 3 goals in the second half, and off of a completely catastrophic clearance by Western Sydney, the ball bounces off of Mitchell Duke, and that's your game winner. What the hell, guys? Oh, I hope this doesn't happen throughout the entire season, because I'm just going to have a heart attack over it. Not happy with your performance. I don't care if I made you some of you mad. The defense was absolutely bad. Mad at you. Pleased with your playmaking efforts, and I'm just making people mad now. I don't care if I'm making people. I don't care if I'm making the defense mad, because they giving 3 goals up in 10 minutes was just absolutely catastrophic for us. It was absolutely unacceptable. But we pulled out the win in the end, even if it was by unconventional means, and we take 3 points. So good start, I guess. I would have liked to have had a better start, 3-0 instead of having to fight back 4-3. But a win's a win. So there you go, 4-3. I'd say we're going to come back next time on the new year. Yeah, we'll come back on the new year at against Adelaide United at Adelaide. By that time, if we've won our quarterfinal, we may have played our semifinal by then. So I'll recap that. Once again, like I said, I don't really rate the cups. I sound like a broken record. But, it is not really in the cards for me to care about the cup. So we'll come back against Adelaide on the new year. Hopefully by that time we'll have a better idea of how the Champions League is going to be run. And maybe by that time I'll have some fixtures for you. But until that time, I'd like to thank you all for watching. If you like what you saw, please go and hit the like button. If you want to be notified of any new videos that I'll be coming out with, please hit the subscribe button. Comments, suggestions, anything else, please leave it in the comment box below. I do like reading your comments, all 2 or 3 of them that I've seen. It makes me feel like I'm not just talking to a wall. So anything at all, just leave in the comment box below. But until next time, this is Gendo. I'd like to thank you all for watching once again. I'll see you in the next video. Take care, and peace out.